Carlson Dave Anime Rave for episode 1 of Seraph of the End, Vampire Reign.
Dave, I've often considered myself a seraph of sorts. If you consider that I am angelic, and I serve God's wishes on this mortal coil.
And by that you mean you're a short, fat cherub?
I have 10 wings. Well, your dick counts as a wing, right?
That's a very small wing.
I have 9 wings. And yada 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 vampires. So of course I saw this and I'm like, angels, blood, vampires. So what H manga is this based off of? What H doujin game? What doujin fighting game is this based off of? I don't think it's based off any, but isn't it an unwritten rule that anytime it's blood and vampires, A, it involves the moon somehow, and B, H game?
Yes, in most cases.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Well, we're not watching the original H game of this, if one even exists. This is Seraph of the End, Vampire Reign, the dub.
Yep.
Let's throw this sumbitch on.
Okay, that's a logo that we haven't seen in a long time.
Dave, why is there a Geneon logo?
I don't know.
Geneon's dead. You promised me Geneon was dead.
Geneon, North America, has been dead for years.
You promised me the Flood were dead in Halo 2. What happens in Mission 3? The Arbiter fights the Flood like 5 minutes into that mission. You promised me. Promised me.
Actually, I didn't.
You promised me the Flood were dead.
I promised the food was dead.
No, you said Flood. Don't try to cheat.
I said food.
You are lying through your teeth to my face. You promised me the Flood was dead and that we were done with Geneon.
Surprise!
Fuck you.
There's a Geneon logo, and then there's a Funimation logo.
I also like how... Yeah, that is kind of funny. I also like how we immediately knew it was Geneon by the initial intro jingle and the outline of the gene. We're like, Geneon!
Yeah,
our old nemesis!
The first 3 seconds were like, we remember those guys?
Wait, this isn't an Eevee evolution. This is Geneon!
Back in the day, they were the best.
They were pretty good. They had some good ones. But you promised me they were dead.
They're dead in North America.
That doesn't count. Nobody cares. What important thing has ever happened in North America?
The Rapture?
You have a funny idea of what the Rapture is. The Rapture isn't sudden heart attacks everywhere. Okay, Light Yagami, you've gone too far. You gotta give me that fucking book, man.
All adults.
All adult. That's not a bad one to write. I kinda wish I was Shazam right now, though. Yeah, traumatize them for life, mysterious organization. Smart. Gee, this isn't going to breed hidden resentment that will be your downfall one day. No, it's gonna be fine.
Wow, okay, yeah, no. Definitely vampires. We gotta go right to the gothic. What's next? Emo?
Man, I sure love... You know what tropes have never been exhausted? Goth and emo vampires.
I love the bridge architecture up there, too.
Yeah, it's definitely functional.
It's Neo-Roman.
Neo-Roman! I think there was a Neo-Italy in G Gundam. I forgot what Gundam they had, though. That show was so racist. The Matrix is weird these days, man.
Right into the neck.
Yeah. No, this isn't gonna breed any resentment, mysterious organization.
Just call them the vampires already, okay?
I like to say mysterious organization, because they're so fucking mysterious.
Have a cookie.
I don't want a cookie.
Take a cookie.
I'd rather not have one right now.
Have a cookie.
I'm very full right now.
Get fuller.
I don't want to.
Was that supposed to...
It wasn't as hard as he could.
I know, but it just... it looked wrong. Is what it is.
There's a little tap to the head. It'd be like, yo, bro, these vampires all, like, kind of killed all adults. And I know we lived in an orphanage, but they are kind of mass murderers. Maybe let's not be so jovial with them.
Idiot. Next time we're trading my blood.
Come on. Nobody wants your nasty blood. Kidding. Forget about it. You need to focus on defeating the vampires. Just leave the rest to me.
Stop it. You can't take on all of the burden by yourself. I'm not stupid. I know how strong the vampires are. I know that beating them is impossible.
I don't want to hear it. These kids look up to you. They hang on your every word. We can beat the...
This is really not the sort of tune you should be having.
They're bonding. Of course it is.
No, it's not.
No, I'm serious. They're bonding. It's fine.
Maybe while all the people were dying, they should have had, like, a really nice tune going.
This tune is appropriate to the scene. They're going to bond because that is family. Their bonds are strong.
That's not a request.
Okay, Mika, let's do it.
Great, let's go. Akane, go wake everybody up.
Why?
It's time we said goodbye to this city.
Yeah, this is gonna go
This
wrong.
is gonna go so wrong.
I'm sure it'll be okay.
This plan is foolproof.
In fact, you'd almost think that a kid made it.
Almost.
Watch the Royal have called his number this whole time. Just waiting there.
Or Mika's leading them into a trap.
Actually, I didn't think about that.
So you think you might have some pent-up hatred for vampires?
No, I think they're gonna be best friends. I guess when you have that vampire went down like a bitch.
Oh, well, yeah, he got stupid. Like I said, yeah. Just create hate and despair amongst those you profess to try to save. That'll never come back to haunt you.
Well, no, I mean he went down like a bitch because a headshot shouldn't kill a vampire.
No, this vampire is clearly can't be killed with a headshot.
Vampire.
I'm pretty sure if you headshot a vampire, they're done. I'm pretty sure vampires need brains too.
Different vampires for different situations.
Sure. Like it won't work on say, Alucard from Hellsing.
He just laughed.
No, just laugh
In fact,
about it.
Yes.
Yes. Well, that was Seraph at the End, episode 1. Very much a setup episode, giving us all of our premises and characters, most of whom died. This was setup fodder for you, but unlike most setup fodder, where they just randomly kill people to develop the main character, they took the time to make us like everyone, and then kill them all. Which is the correct way to do it, because now I hate the vampires too.
Yeah, it takes proper rain to make you really despise the bad guys, and...
Yeah, like, the bad way to do it is if they...
Good call, though, on the whole... It wasn't so much betrayal as
Mika had no idea. Mika had no idea.
It was bait.
Yeah. But I mean, the girl whose name I completely forget, unfortunately, like, they didn't just treat her as girl to develop boy because girl dies, which is unfortunately common in film and fiction.
Mm-hmm.
They instead developed her. She likes to make curry. She obviously has a kinship with the two and doesn't want to see them fight. We got to see all her personality traits, all of Mika's. We got little things about all the characters, about all them, this is the kind of dwelling and world building I'm okay with. We got to see their isms, but they didn't spend 8 bazillion years brushing their teeth in front of a mirror to do it. They got all done. They let me fall in love with everyone, and then they brutally murdered them in front of my eyes. So now I know exactly how you feels. Yeah, this... Normally, I don't like this kind of episode. I like them to start later and then flash back to this. But here it works, I think. I think here this establishes everything, makes us really feel use hatred. I don't know. Normally, this is the kind of thing I don't like to see, but here I did. So, good call, Seraph at the End. Seraph of the End. Vampire Reign. Good first episode, I think.
Good first episode. I thought that the dub cast was great.
At first, I thought you and Mika sounded a little too old, but I'm like, you know what? Are they really going to find actors who are kids for one episode? Probably not. So, no, they're fine. They're fine.
That is a common complaint I'm hearing these days, is older voice actors trying to sound like kids, but you don't really have that. There's not like there's a stable of kid voice actors to do those roles.
Well, sometimes if you plan a show around an aging voice actor, you can do it well. Both Adventure Time and I believe Steven Universe do this because the voice actors for the protagonists there are aging, so they start to sound older as the character is also aging.
Yes.
But otherwise, I get it. Like, the fact that Dipper Pine sounds 5 years older than he really is okay. Because what else was he gonna sound like, right? Like,
yeah. But no, I liked this first episode.
Yeah, I'm intrigued.
I had actually been,
I actually really want to see the second episode now.
Yeah, we'll have to wait till next week.
Why? Right. This is the problem. See, folks, I have a giant backlog of anime raves to edit. And they include newer and older stuff. And this one, and probably the one we saw earlier today, Blood Brigade, Bizarre, Blood Bathing Battalion, Triple B, those are probably going to come out sooner rather than later, because I don't want it to just be old stuff, but this is the big problem. Now we're waiting, man, because this I want to see what happens now.
For once, we're actually up to a actual broadcasting show that we're waiting for. In fact, I believe they're already on episode 7 in Japanese.
Sure. Well, 2 simuldubs out of 3 were good of the ones I've seen, so I mean... And the third one I didn't even think was horrible. It was just not quite up to what I wanted to see. So, simuldubs maybe are fine? Maybe not so bad?
It's not like they're... Like, Funimation has actually explained what they're doing with this. The process is pretty much like they do for the regular dubs. It's not like they're just throwing a bunch of voice actors into a room and say, just do your thing. There's actual voice direction. Like, they're not doing this to do improv voice acting. This is still, unless there's something that sounds very wrong, and they've said this, if a line just feels very wrong on the air, we'll fix it for the DVD release, but they don't intend to have to do that.
I know Funimation has been trying to work closer with Japanese companies so that they get access to the material before they dub.
It's working.
Definitely in the case of Blood, Dragoon, Brigade, Bandit, Jing, Triple B, and the Seraph of the End, it definitely worked. So yeah, good job. Give yourselves a round of applause, guys. Like, good job.
Yeah, it's Blood, Blockade, Battlefront.
Blood Brigade.
Blood, Blockade.
Battletoads.
Just Triple B.
Triple B, gotcha. All 3B.
But yeah, no, I've got to say, this has been...
If there was a wrestler named Triple B...
Very nice.
If there's a wrestler named Triple B, his finisher would be the pedigree, and he always does it on a bed. Yeah. Just thought I'd let you know.
Carlos and Dave Anime Rave for Seraph of the End Vampire Reign Episode 2 of the Funimation simuldub. We kind of had a reaction looking at the Funimation page for this one and having the spoiler poster of the fact that
Maki?
Yeah, Maki is actually going to still be alive and be a...
Or Mika.
Because
his full name is Mikael or something.
That Mika is going to still be around after we thought he was dead.
Oh, by the way, there's spoilers in this. If you are not aware of that, do not listen to what Dave just said.
Spoilers and offensive content. Yes. We were kind of annoyed at this, but then when I went to look for the official artwork for it, it turns out that's the very first poster they show you for the anime, so we can't get mad at Funimation, just the show's creators for not leaving that as a open thing.
Agreed, but hey, maybe we're probably gonna get the reveal in this episode.
Maybe they figured, is it really spoilers when it happens episode 2?
Yeah, perhaps it could be.
That could be the logic. So here we go, right into episode 2.
However, hang on, I'm going to say this. Back when Yuki Yuno was being released in fall of last year, they didn't spoil the fact that Togo was going to transform in the credits or anything like that, or in the promotional materials. And then they didn't even spoil the fact that Karin was going to join them in the 3rd episode. So there is a precedent for taking care to avoid this kind of thing.
True, there are studios that actually have different credits for multiple episodes over a series. Look at what they did with, not Gungrave.
Trigun? No, not Trigun.
Not
either.
Trigun. With, Spike.
Cowboy Bebop.
No. Other Spike. The one who drove the mech. The girl had the turtle.
The fuck are you talking about?
Dude!
No, hang on. The Spike, and there was a girl with a turtle. Can you perhaps provide another detail?
They were all driving different Gundam-like mechs. He summoned by flicking his hat. We watched this!
Are you sure?
Yes!
Are you sure you didn't watch this in your head somewhere?
Oh, for Pete's sake!
Memory is an imperfect thing.
Gun X Sword.
Oh! She had a turtle?
She had the turtle! Even had a shot that stopped a bullet in episode 1.
That show was not very good.
It was okay.
It was mediocre. It had good things about it. So why were we talking about Gun X Sword again?
The, how the credits changed every episode for the intro.
Oh yeah, the silhouettes.
The exit.
The silhouettes would fill in when a character was introduced, and then become a silhouette again when the character died.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I remember those credits.
Some shows are willing to actually put that as part of their budget for doing unique things with their intro and their exits. Like Yuki Yuna did with parts of it.
Not
On with
Blood
the show.
Blockade. Seraph of the End.
Yeah.
Episode 2, simuldubed.
Okay, I did not expect that!
Okay, this is twice in a row that we're seeing a logo we were not expecting to see at the beginning of a Seraph of the End episode. Last time it was Geneon, this time it's Universal Studios!
I mean, we knew the tune! I said Universal right off the bat, and it is!
What about Seraph of the End attracted Universal Studios?
Oh god, this is gonna do another copyright.
No, of course it is! Now I gotta fight Universal Studios!
Oh, crap. And where's the Genie logo this time?
I guess Universal just bought them out in between episode 1 and 2?
What the fuck?
There's a goings happening right now that have nothing to do with the show. Let's get back to
What's episode 3 sponsored by? Warner Brothers?
That's like Warner Brothers. Yeah, Superman's in this episode, which is amusing because he wasn't in the sub. He's perfectly animated and everything.
Oh god.
Oh god, what if they're all still alive too and engineered into weapons to go kill you?
Well, it's not gonna hurt me, but it's gonna really hurt you.
That's cute. That's cute. You're a funny guy.
Might even say it's a weapon against you.
Okay.
The next scene we see is all of them in a vat being turned into some sort of biological plant monster.
Okay, let's not do another Arc the Lad / Full Metal Alchemist, please. If I got a trigger, it's body horror visited upon innocent children.
Which is hilarious because you always say you hate children.
It's not hilarious, actually. And, for all my hoopla about hating kids, I don't actually hate kids. I just don't want to deal with them. I don't want them to be, Cthulhuized, though.
Art the Lad or, Chimerad.
Yeah, I do not want them to be turned into a multiple vagina spawning vat. I do not want them to be merged with their dog. I do not want, you're fucked up, Japan, okay? You're fucked up.
even if he was turned after he ran away,
You mean Mika?
Mika was turned, the others were dead.
Yeah, you gotta qualify it. Yeah, even after Mika was turned after you ran away. Because you said he for both. I'm like, we ran where? But I mean, here's the thing, vampires are technically undead. Technically, Phoenix Down kills them. So I mean, you gotta consider that you can vampirize... You can turn someone after they've been dead.
Maybe.
Depends on the rules of the world, too.
Oh, yeah. Rules.
So we got the giant spoiler right in the intro anyway, so I mean, there you go.
I remember hearing about a rumor that there was an anime coming out that was going to be a different take on the idea of Attack on Titan. You know, the one we still haven't gotten to?
We're not going to. I have no desire to watch Attack on Titan. Like, at all.
None?
None. Absolutely.
Okay.
That show drags so hard, and it's just dragging in misery. And even reading about it, I get tired.
Okay.
And I think, like, you may desire to go do it yourself. Can I give you some advice? Don't do it. Don't do it.
I may watch on my own then.
You don't do it. Don't do it, Dave. For your own good. As someone who cares about you. Don't do it.
Wow. We are having a talk after this show's over.
No, don't do it, Dave. Don't do this to yourself.
On with this episode.
No, you were going to say something. You didn't finish your thought.
Well, no, we're going to talk after this episode.
No, but you didn't finish your thought about this alternate take on Attack on Titan. Were you saying this was the show?
I heard there was somebody talking about one by the same people.
Okay.
And
you think this is it?
This might be it.
Okay. Well, let's see.
Wait up. Mind if I come along? I could really go for a cone right now. You just missed a golden opportunity to make some new friends.
Are you trying to boss me around? It's not a good idea.
There's that famous attitude I've heard about. According to Lieutenant Colonel Gurin, you avoid social interaction because you lost your family. You're too afraid to engage other people. You fear making connections, or letting anyone get close to you, because you're afraid you may lose them. It sounds lonely. Don't you want a girlfriend, or maybe a boy?
Look, I'm not afraid of anything, so quit running your mouth and get off my back!
I guess you can engage.
If you won't shut up, then use your trap for something useful, like telling Gurin to put me in the vampire extermination unit. I'm ready. Give me the chance to make the fangs bleed for a change.
Here, he thought you might say that, so the Lieutenant Colonel told me to give this to you.
Now that's what I'm talking about. I knew he hadn't forgotten me. Cherry boys that can't make a friend or a girlfriend
don't belong in our army. Go out, make one, then introduce them to me. Of course, I'm not gonna hold my breath.
Mel, you'd be fucked.
No, I'd be okay. I'd be like, okay, you want to be friends?
I don't think it works quite like that.
No, we'll be friends. We'll hang out. You got a Nintendo? Because, I don't. You want to play some two-player games? I haven't finished Double Dragon 2 in a long time. That's what friends do, right? Make sure we pick game type B, because I'm going to jump kick your face.
Oh, I'd forgotten that you could do that in type A.
Type B, type B. Type A, you can't hit each other. Type B,
oh, so you want to be a jerk.
Or the correct way to play.
You want to be a jerk.
Well, in Type B, you can do cool teamwork stuff, like kick you in the back of the head and you get really mad about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to be a jerk. Classic Carlos move.
I'm getting a Roy Mustang vibe from Gurin. A good Roy Mustang vibe, like from 2003, not a crappy I'm the main character Roy Mustang vibe, like from Brotherhood.
You're a dick.
And I suspect that perhaps he's going to be the kind of, rival mentor type.
Could be.
Maybe. We'll see. I'm just getting that idea, just seeing them interact right now in this scene.
I also like the detail, the fact that his toes are freezing.
Yeah, because, well...
They would!
They would. Walking outside in snow is something that you need to live in Edmonton for a while to get used to do.
Okay, if that's a thing with you, that's fine. Not with the rest of us.
Oh, well, like sometimes I'll... When we gotta let the dogs out at night, I'll just walk outside in bare feet. I don't care what's out there. One time I was in shorts and I was in barefoot, and the rest of the family was like, "Carlos, get inside!"
Yeah, because you were being a dumbass.
What? It's just
You ever get sick from now on? I'm just gonna make fun of you.
It's just water.
Dumbass.
It's frozen water. Can't hurt me.
Dumb.
Oh god, I have no toes anymore.
Gotta learn to toe the line.
No, okay, relax. Hey, you and Mika were close.
Yeah, I got no problem with that.
Could be a get-backer situation right here.
I know how much you want them to be gay, but they weren't.
Ben and Ganji? Carlos?
Wow.
Ben and Ganji! Bon and Ginji were so an item.
And yet they weren't. Well, you were right. It's Mustang.
Well, I don't know. This guy's a little more irritating.
It's Mustang.
I loved in the 2003 series when Envy tried to turn into Mustang to make Ed stop attacking him, and Ed's like, "Oh, you don't know anything about me, do you?" He starts pummeling him harder.
Yep. For all the change the 2003 version had, I still think it's awesome. But I do enjoy the later version better.
Real talk. You're allowed to like Brotherhood all you like. Kayfabe talk. Fuck you!
Yeah.
Why me, man?
I don't know. I would have, taken the extended, suspension.
Fine. Okay, but does it matter how I beat them up? Like, is slapping them in the face the same as repeatedly kneeing them in the groin until they can't birth babies anymore? And they can't produce seed? Is that those both the same extension? Because I'm asking for a reason.
I would have expected bonus points for showing the compassion of kicking the crap out of them, so that kid didn't have to take it anymore.
Sure. You kept the pistol.
I would.
Yep, I agree. Even if it's useless and just to keep like a reminder of your first kill, yeah, I keep it around all the time.
I still don't think the vampire's dead. But no, I keep it around just so that when I find the leader of where he was kept, I can shove it down their throat, pull the trigger, and then do whatever it takes to kill them.
You can build a sword out of it with like a gunblade. If you wanted a terrible weapon.
Yeah, exactly. No gunblades.
No gunblades.
It's been a while.
Lightsaber? Sure. Gunblade? Stupid.
Use a lightsaber against vampires.
Or a
definitely.
gun that could shoot lightsabers.
Or a gun that can shoot lightsabers. Definitely also a good weapon. Stop embarrassing me in front of the army guys! I hope for the rest of the show, Yuichi's just like hanging on him. He's like, "Ugh!" It's like, we're gonna be good friends! Get the fuck off me, man!
It's not you.
No, he's Yuichi.
Lieutenant Colonel.
You were saying it's not the same studio that did Attack on Titan.
No, it's not.
Well, thank God.
Yeah, no,
Well, we saw cool things in the preview as well. Shinoa, that's her name is. I kind of want to call her Shanoa, like Order of Ecclesia Shinoa, but whatever. Has a big honking green scythe.
I'm glad you made a new friend.
Yeah, I like this episode as well.
Well, we now know that while regular weapons can take out the lurkers or the other apocalyptic horsemen, demon things they were talking about, vampires aren't so easily killed.
I'm pretty sure you hit it enough, it'll die. Like, it's like, oh, how are you gonna kill it without an enchanted weapon? I figured I slash it enough, it's gonna die. Like, there's only so many times someone can reconstitute. That energy and that work has to come from somewhere.
Maybe. Did they really have to cut the bottom of her chest area?
They didn't, but it wasn't played for fan service either. It just happened to be where it cut her. Like, it's not like they made a point of jiggling her titties around or anything.
I guess that's true.
Like she was already sparsely clothed, and she didn't give two shits. She doesn't give a shit who looks at her. Like,
which is weird. While I was able to easily just ignore Togo's
no, back to Togo. Togo's transformation
with the boob jiggle and everything else.
In Yuki Yuna, yes.
This
caught your eye.
Yeah, it just seemed
like almost getting tentacle raped in the transformation scene. Whatever. Slight slit under her boob. Hey, what the fuck, anime?
I don't
like stay on target there, Biggs. Like,
oh no, yeah. But yeah, no, the voice acting is superb.
It's pretty good. However, I noticed that the main characters are getting the bulk of the good voice actors, and that the ancillary characters are kind of just throwaway. Like, the bully, whose name I completely forget, and the girl who was about to get her blood drained, which I don't think was even named.
No.
Their voices were just mailed in. I noticed that too. I'm like, oh wow, okay, so this is the... So I guess in the simuldub, since they're trying to do a faster job, I guess they're only focusing on the characters that are important doing a good job, and the side characters just whatever. Those two stood out to me. The flip side of that argument is that they're just minor fucking characters that don't matter.
I'm gonna have to now go back and listen to their lines again to see if I can argue with you, because they seemed fine to me. They didn't stand out as, oh god, just shut up. It just...
They weren't annoying, they just were mailed in. It's just like, I heard them and I'm like, I'm glad that you isn't talking this way. Like...
Yeah, I'll have to go back and kind of see if I agree with you.
Yeah, it was a good episode. I like you quite a bit. I like his motivation. I like that they're teasing at the fact that Mika's still around, even though they totally revealed that he's still around in the intro.
Yeah.
I like what little we've seen of Shinoa so far. She seems very wry. She seems very, very wily. And I like that.
Yeah, she's quite willing to, yeah. Come on, toe the line. Listen to me or else.
Yeah, he should have been like, hey, you want to be friends? She'd be like, no, why the fuck not? Why are you being an asshole?
No,
maybe you shouldn't be part of Demon Company or whatever.
She's neat.
I was kind of hoping that they were gonna explain how they can fight vampires. Like, I was hoping they were gonna say something like they got cybernetic enhancements or something. Cause, yeah, no, they're just normal dudes now fighting vampires. And I'm like, okay, how do I marry this with the fact that normal humans kind of got their asses kicked? Well, okay, there's the virus. Okay, fine, there was the, there's the fact that I guess they were little kids originally and they still managed to get one good shot in on Vampire Dude who's probably not dead.
Well, and, I mean, we're basically looking at the subtitle for the next episode. The Demon in Your Heart. For all we know, it's not just their weapons powered up. It might power them as well.
Or
we have no idea.
Or maybe the virus, the big plot twist is that the virus was engineered to wipe out the parts of humanity that can't call upon the deeper power. And it was really humans who did it all along. Which, now that I think about it, is probably exactly what's going to happen. I'm calling it right now.
Or, to turn that around a little bit, probably what they're going to do, is that the very virus the vampires put out there to kill the adults of humanity and make it easier for them, also infected what was left of humanity and the kids now have these abilities that have vampiric traits.
Like the T-virus.
Like the T-virus.
So a whole bunch of little Weskers running around.
God, let's hope so.
Yes.
But no, I mean, I like the premise to this. I like this sort of strategic move they've done. Not so up with the fact that they allowed a test experiment get out and start fucking up their safe zone, but it's a government.
Well, no,
not too surprised.
Governments aren't competent. You know this already. Guren is definitely our Roy Mustang stand-in. He is all Roy Mustang now. Like,
so, yeah, no, he's definitely Mustang. I can't argue that.
His name's even Guren. I'm like, what the fuck, man? You really want to be cool, don't you, Guren? Kind of want to slap him. Slap his smart, stupid face.
Well, I'm looking forward to the next episode. This is going a good direction.
This is going in a good direction. Yeah. Well, let's The first 2 episodes of the show have been strong. I've heard this show has shonen-esque qualities, and shonen shows tend to scare me off, but they don't have to. I've liked shonen shows before that have had plots and characters, and hey, they keep the characters going strong, they keep the character interactions and relationships intriguing, and I'll watch any fucking shonen show. Hey, you want to be real damn technical, Slayers has always been a shonen show.
Gurren Lagann.
Gurren Lagann is fairly shonen,
Very
although,
shonen.
like, there are people who argue it's seinen, and this kind of makes me want to kill myself, because now we're dealing with labels of Japanese anime, and I'm like, no. There's a piece of me that hates anime. I am not getting in that deep. Sorry.
As long as you don't try and start arguing that it's a shoujo show.
A shogo show?
Shoujo.
You mean shoujo? Why? Well, what would be the problem if it was a shoujo show? That would have been there. That might have meant that maybe there would have been more lesbians in it. And you know how I feel about lesbians.
True,
in shows.
but the very fact that you start using that terminology means I would have to kill you.
Right. Listen. You and what army? What moon company do you have gonna help you? 'Cause me, I got this enchanted katana here. Oh fuck, I'm dead. Katanas are shitty.
The Burt's Bees guys just beat you.
Can I trade my shithole katana for like a European broadsword or something?
No.
Something good?
Nope.
Fucking katanas. Well, made with the right metal, yeah, they're great, but I mean, they're not super weapons, people. I still sometimes see people post being like, oh man, the katana is such a super fucking weapon. I'm like, motherfucker. Like, I could probably grab it. Like a katana made back in the day of like feudal Japan. You might be able to just grab that shit out of the air. That's how fucking dull and shitty it is. How did this get to katanas?
We'll be back for episode 3.
Yes, carlosnaveanimerave.com. Go there.